It's time for Blumpkin and Friends, starring your host, the Reverend Johnny Blumpkin.
Hey kids, I'm the Reverend Johnny Blumpkin, and with me here today is my friend,
Number one fan, Tim.
and today we're going to discuss one of my favorite topics.
Shit.
It's poop again!
It's poop.
It's the Poop Chronicles III!
That is so sad. You have 3 episodes of shit stories.
I could probably do a 4th one. It's not hard.
All right, well, let's roll right into this thing.
Oh, well, geez, way to make it just wham bam, thank you, man. All right, let's
Well, I
just
was
get it
just
over with.
trying to be excited.
You should be excited. I have inherited my father's gut, which is to say that my ass smells terrible. Not as bad as him because he's much older than I am, and I think he's rotting slowly from the inside out from all of that self-loathing that he eats and stuffs down and is holding in. My mother's killing him. Slowly.
Yeah, probably.
And he's letting it happen one fucking Mickey's fruit pie at a time.
Ooh, those are good.
Yeah, my dad is a fucking sugarholic, and if you were to put him on a desert island with no sugary sweets, he wouldn't make it 2 days.
I haven't had a Mickey's pie in like 2 or 3 years, but they're good.
That being said, my dad's gut will gurgle all the fucking time. He churns like an old ship all the fucking time.
Mine does that sometimes, not often.
Oh, his does it 24/7. It sounds like he's a goddamn Culligan water dispenser. So I used to have this problem of, I'd eat too much sugar, right? In junior high, it got to be the worst. And then I fart a lot. And in school, if you want girls to like you, you should not fart a lot.
That's true.
So I would hold my farts in. And what happens when you hold in your farts?
It hurts after a while.
And then your gut's like... And I swear to God, every week we'd go to fucking mass at school because I went to a K through 8 Catholic school. We'd be sitting there in mass. And I'd always end up sitting next to the same fucking kid because they'd almost always make us sit in desk order so we wouldn't be with our friends chit-chatting. And my stomach would just... And this kid would just look over at me like side-eye. What the fuck is your problem? So I got in the habit of waiting till a certain period of the day that I knew the teacher would let me go to the bathroom. And then I would go during a point in class when there's when it's likely to be the least amount of people in that bathroom. So I could go in there and just fucking let it all out. Just push it all out. Let it just... You ever hold your farts in and then you sit down to shit and the turd comes out. And as the turd's coming out, there's also... like your butthole's fucking pulsating as it's trying to belch out this turd, but also push all this compacted air out that's trying to escape. It's like Black Friday when they open the fucking doors at Best Buy, and that's what my asshole is like. All the farts are trying to rush out.
I only had that feeling of shit and air trying to come out at the same time when I have like diarrhea or something.
Oh no. Like at my new job, I can't just fart. I mean, when I was working from home, I'd be like, yeah, see, I just let one go. I wasn't even holding it. It was just there. I made of farts. But at work, I have to time when my farts are going to be to when I'm in the bathroom, when I'm away from people, or when I'm near an exterior door that I'm, air quotes, checking on. Because my fucking new job is a hospital. It's full of gorgeous 20-something women. And I'm not trying to fuck any of them. But I at least don't want to be known as, oh, the new guy's a fart machine. He's fucking gross. Because you're never going to live that down. They're not removed enough from school long enough to know that you get married and you accept the farts. You learn to love the farts.
You know, there could be another thing of this, too. It's like, oh, he's married, so, he's a little gassy, but he won't be trying to do anything with us. Or you're married and that makes you more attracted to them.
I would think he's married, so he probably never gets any, so I pay him any attention. Watch it's a game for us. Say something nice to him and watch how he gets all fucking lovesick like a puppy who hasn't been petted in a week. Don't you play with my mind, you bitches. So yes, I would sit there all day and my gut would gurgle and people would fucking look at me and I'd get so nervous that people would hear it. And then I'd go and I'd find the right period of the day because there were 8 classes in a day. So usually around 5th or 6th period after lunch.
You had to hold that long?
Well, they didn't normally start gearing up until like 3rd or 4th period before lunch. There was like a little bit of a buffer in the first 2 hours of the day when I wasn't so goddamn farty. And then I'd go to that bathroom and I would just fucking be there for 12 minutes just destroying that fucking bathroom.
It reminded me of a story I'm pretty sure I've told you. I don't know if I shared it on here, though. I got gassy, but teacher had me sitting in the corner of the room, in the penalty corner, because I was talking out of turn.
Oh, okay.
So I'm sitting there, I'm farting. One fart, kids are all laughing. I'm like, excuse me. And I fart again a couple minutes later, kids are all laughing. I say, excuse me. And after the 3rd time, I was like, can I go use the bathroom? All the kids are laughing. One kid almost fell out of his desk. He was laughing so hard.
So I don't know what to tell you. I mean, farts are funny. Like, there was this kid that was like a grade or 2 younger than us at that school. And I'm not going to name him, but his name was Tom Duffy. And Tom Duffy was famous for farting during class. And in fact, he's like, yeah, my record is 40 farts in a day. This kid was proud of being the stinky kid in class.
In one day?
In one day.
I guess
in
never
one
counted.
6-hour day, he farted 40 times during class. Now, I don't want to speculate, but I feel like his family needed to have a less refined sugar diet and maybe get him diagnosed with autism. Because holy shit, who fucking brags about farting 40 times during school?
That I don't know. I mean, there have been times at home where it feels like I farted 40 times in the evening, because I'm gassy. I don't even know why. But, God, that's rare. But I've never actually counted. I just know it felt like for an hour or two, I farted like every 30 seconds.
Well, obviously, junior high wasn't the last time I had to deal with that problem. But let's fast forward to the year after I graduated. I was going to meet this chick that I had the hots for, mainly because she would let me do stuff to her. That's basically about it. She was pretty, and she would let me do stuff to her.
Like, me?
What? Why you... No woman's ever asked me to give her the shocker.
Okay.
Why?
Well, you just said she let you do stuff. She let you do that?
As in, she would let me touch her pussy and suck on her tits, and sometimes she'd blow me.
Oh, okay. Well, that's even better. There's less work for you to do.
Yeah, anyways. We were going to meet at Bennigan's. It was like an unofficial date, and I was all like stoked to go sit down and just maybe have a meal with her.
Mm-hmm.
This story is tragedy from fucking start to finish. Because one, that bitch got my hopes up. And then I was going to Bennigan's, and I was waiting for her to get there. Now, this is before cell phones. So I'm like, uh-oh, my gut's gurgling. And not just I need to fart gurgle, the panicked gurgling of I need to get to a bathroom immediately. So I drove across the parking lot to Target. And I went to Target, and I got just rancid fucking diarrhea. I mean, I was virtually pissing out of my ass.
Oh, I hate that.
It was so much, and it felt so good. I'm like, I'm so glad that I didn't have to go and shit in the bathroom at Bennigan's so she knew that I had disgusting diarrhea. Because if I talk her into knobbing me off in the parking lot, at least I can play it off like I don't think my undercarriage slightly stinks of shit crumbs. You can wipe all day. You're never going to get rid of it all.
No, you got to shower pretty much after one like that. That's me after 7 days of being on amoxicillin. Like, this shit's just pouring out of me.
It's an interesting factoid.
Yeah, that's why I don't get amoxicillin anymore.
Okay, so I'm in Target and I'm losing my guts. And I'm in there wiping, and somebody comes in. And mother of God, did this person have a death wish? Because they went in and took a piss. And then they washed their hands. And then they fucking flicked water at me over the stall door.
What the hell?
And I was like, what an unbelievable piece of shit. And I can't believe I never thought to do something like that to someone before. I was both angry and impressed. So once I got out of there, I go back in the car, I get to Bennigan's, and we sit down and we order a beverage. And we're drinking our beverage, and she's like, yeah, I just don't feel right about this. I'm going to go. I'm like, are you fucking serious?
We're sitting down to have a soda. Okay. But she was fine with you nibbling her nipples, fingering her titties, and sucking your dick.
Here's why. She had a boyfriend who she wanted to, I'm going to air quote this, break up with because the relationship had run its course. But she was getting this side action from me, and we were in public at a place where I think there were people from her school that she recognized that she knew would see her and tell him. So when we hung out, 99% of the time, it was at my parents' house. Twice I think I went to her parents' house. Neither time ended very well because she's a stupid bitch. I'll just tell you one of those stories real quick. I went there and we're hanging out with me and her and some other chick friend who was a poor influence, right?
Those are the best friends to have for her.
No, not like the sexy way, like Darlene Connor.
Oh.
I mean in the fucking, she's way too sex positive and she's like, oh, it's just sex, just do it. Like she's so fucking like, thinks she's hot shit because she puts out. Which, I mean, kudos for fucking, but still, probably shouldn't advertise that you're so free with your vagina when you're only a junior in high school. People will talk shit about you. So I thought that this chick, who will remain nameless, I'm actually going to not name her.
Okay.
Unlike Tom Duffy, the fart king. She was supposed to have broken up with this guy, and we were kind of, dabbling with whether we might get together.
Mm-hmm.
And she's talking to this other chick, and I find out that she fucked her ex-boyfriend like 2 days before that. And I was pissed. I'm like, you invite me over here, you meet me outside, and you hug on me, you kiss me a bunch, we go in the house, and this dumb bitch outs you for fucking your ex-boyfriend. I left in a hurry, pissed. That's the kind of bullshit head game she was playing. So for me to get that, we're going to go to Bennigan's and have a meal. I'm like, oh, okay, well, this might feel like, real boyfriend-girlfriend stuff. And then I already have panic because I had diarrhea. I was like, oh, I'm going to ruin the whole thing. And then to get there and be so relieved, and then her be like, well, I'm not really into this. We should go. I'm going to go. I won't say devastating, and I won't say infuriating, but somewhere in between those two words is what I felt. And that's fuck Bennigan's. Because of that.
Bennigan's kept you from getting laid?
No, her attitude was what kept that from going down. But I can turn that restaurant story around with this restaurant story. And I don't think I've ever told it on the show before, which is interesting because I'm very proud of this story. I was hanging out at a friend's house. A bunch of us were all there. This was my target group of friends from when I worked there.
Mm-hmm.
And the kid's mom was out of town. And this was a night full of debauchery. I mean, that kid was pissed drunk. He took some chick upstairs to fuck her. Somebody snuck in the room and was recording it with their camcorder, or trying to, and she noticed it. So he went running out of the room, comes running down the stairs to yell at us, naked with a boner. And for some reason, he dropped the condom. Like, he took it off to come yell at us. I don't know why you take off the condom to come scold a room full of people.
Because it'd be less funny.
Yeah, and he almost fell down the fucking stairs.
At that point, he's not getting laid. She's done.
Yeah. So anyways, after that, I get this idea. I'm like, let's do something funny. I got an idea for a prank. I took a shit in a Ziploc bag. It was just a little shit. And then we went to McDonald's and got a cheeseburger for each of us. And then I put the poop in the cheeseburger. And then we drove it back to go to the drive-thru. Now, my intention was to have them open it and go, what the fuck is that? What are you serving? But, and this kind of ruins the story, unfortunately, I handed them the cheeseburger. I'm like, I don't know what the hell you got going on in that kitchen, but this is not edible. You can have this back. This is disgusting, and I should call the health department. She goes to open it. I'm like, no, you don't even want to look. Trust me. Somebody in your kitchen needs to get fired. And then I drove away. Now, whether or not they opened it up and saw a human turd inside of a cheeseburger, which I have forever dubbed the stink witch.
The stink witch.
The stink witch. I think that's so funny because you might find like a hair or a Band-Aid or a piece of plastic. You're not going to find a turd the size of a fucking fun-sized Baby Ruth inside of a McDonald's cheeseburger. They're not even that big. So I really had to mash that thing to conceal it in the wrapper. And it was funny because the whole way there we kept unwrapping it, looking and giggling. And I'm like, will you stop before you fucking drop that in the footwell of the passenger side of the car and get shit on the car? This is when I had the 88 LeSabre. That was my first car.
I remember that car.
Fuck, dude. So long ago, this story. So kids, if you're out there and you ever have the chance to videotape yourself handing a poop-infused entree to the staff that handed it to you and pretending that there was poop in it that came from the restaurant, do it. Because we did. And it was fun as hell. Even though it didn't go to plan.
Do you have that tape?
I don't know where it is. It's not on my camera. It's on somebody else's.
That's
It's on a fucking high 8 cassette.
Yeah,
somewhere.
It's going to be an old one of the old...
Somewhere in the ether.
I had a camcorder like that. That was nice. That's fun to have that.
Hi. Jesse Ventura here for UPS. And I'd like to take a few moments to tell you about some of their services. They offer time-definite and day-definite delivery for when you need it there at a specific time. Oh, God. Domestic, international, and freight shipping for all of your mailing needs. Oh, God, tacos. Visit UPS.com to view our service guide. UPS. Oh, God. Oh, what can Brown do for you?
You're listening to Blumpkin and Friends.
November 30th, 2018. I was driving home from work, and I felt fine. I was a little gassy. That's nothing new for me. I am made of farts. I go to Cheapo. Now, I'm not looking for anything in particular, but I'm just in Cheapo. I'm going to browse. So I'm in Cheapo, and I'm browsing. And suddenly my gut starts to gurgle. I'm like, oh, I wonder if that's more gas. And then I realize, uh-oh, I need to shit. And I need to shit now.
Yeah, those are terrible, aren't they?
So then I go and I walk up to the bathroom door, and it's locked. I'm like, shit. I hope I have the fucking strength to keep my cheeks clenched. So I go to the counter.
Oh, it was that imminent, huh?
Oh, it was right there on the precipice of danger, my
God.
friend. Oh, it was so close. So I get the key to the bathroom. I go into the bathroom. I shut the fucking door. I sit down. I shit so much. And I made sure to poop, flush, wipe, flush. So that I wouldn't clog that thing. Right?
Safety flush so it doesn't smell either.
I don't give a shit about that. I just don't want the fucking thing to clog so that the guy that sees me come in there every week can't be like, you're fucking banned, dude. I don't know what the hell's wrong with you, but you need to go see a doctor. Oh my God. Because that's in my head how it would have panned out. So I get all cleaned up, and I'm washing my hands, and I'm drying my hands. And I'm like, uh-oh. It was a 2-chamber shit.
Oh, yeah, those are terrible.
The kind where you're almost clean and then more comes out? No, I got all the way up to about to leave the room, and I had to go more.
Now, usually if I have a turd like that, I'll sit there for a good 5-10 minutes and just kind of let things flow if needed.
But I don't think that they want people to shit in their bathroom. So I was trying to do it as fast and discreetly as possible so they wouldn't think that I was A, shooting up in there, or B, losing my guts in there.
Or stealing the CD.
No, because there's a fucking metal detector or a security device.
No, I know, but that doesn't stop people from doing it. I was at a Cheapo one time and security, the employees busted a guy trying to leave the store because he got out of the bathroom and he went straight for the front door. And they grabbed him. They're like, "You're stealing CDs." They're like, "No, I wasn't. And he's getting all upset. And he walks in the bathroom and he's like, "Where's the CDs at? Huh? Where's the CD wrappers at? That CD that was in my pocket, that was mine." And they're like, "No." And he even took the garbage can and dumped it. It's like, "See, there's no CD wrappers." I mean, he was pissed. Well, then the employee grabs a little step stool, climbs up, moves the tile over in the ceiling, and pulls down CD wrappers. They're like, we heard him. I heard them telling each other, like, yeah, we heard him unwrapping the CDs while he was in there. He was unwrapping them, putting the CD stuff up in
what an idiot,
above the lighting, and then he tried walking out with it, but they heard him. And when he's like, that's my insulin. I remember him yelling something about insulin.
What the fuck? So it got worse. Now I finished shitting the extra chamber. I ran out of toilet paper. And I had to use paper towels for the last 3 wipes.
You're not supposed to flush those.
So I stuffed them into the garbage. And then I washed my hands, and then I went out there. And I don't even remember if I bought anything. I'm pretty sure I tried to buy something so to not make it like I came there just to, commit a war crime in their fucking bathroom.
No, I think I shared the story with you. Me and my buddy Chris were at his girlfriend's place. And, I got gas, and I had to keep farting, and it was just the horrible, egg farts. And, finally, we're leaving her place to walk back to my house, which it was probably a good half mile at least, if not more. And we get about a third of the way, and it's like, oh man, Chris, I got shit. And, it's Christmas, it's like winter. He's like, well, you need to run into the woods. It's like, dude, man, this kind of shit, no, you don't want that. It ain't gonna be nice, man. So we gotta hurry up. So we start walking faster, and several times, while trying to walk back to Mom and Dad, I'm standing still. I am got my legs and my ass cheeks clenched as hard as I could. I'm like, I'm not going to let it come out. I'm not going to let it come out.
Were you saying this out loud?
I was pretty loud. I mean, it was night out. It was probably 10:30 at night.
Yeah, did you think that you were going to scream the poop into submission and it was going to get scared and run back up into your body,
well,
or
I wasn't
what?
Screaming, but I wasn't like, it's not going to come out. I was like, it's not going to come out. I'm not going to let it come out. It's not going to come out. And he's just like, well, just keep holding it. And I can tell he's trying not to laugh, like he's trying to back me up. Finally, we get back to my mom and dad's house, and I sat on that toilet, and I shit so hard. Kind of like you. It was a twofer. I got done shitting. I wiped everything up. I flushed. I was about to get up, and I was like, oh, here it comes. And it's like, oh, I'm glad I flushed. And then after that was all said and I was all cleaned up, I was just like, I was super tired. So we went downstairs, and we put on Independence Day, but I fell asleep.
Oh. Well,
It's not gonna come out.
You just made me think of something I haven't thought about in probably 20 years.
What's that?
When I was in middle and junior high school, obviously, I played City League AAU basketball. And I had a friend of mine. He was taller than everybody, so he played center. It was about the time that the Vancouver Grizzlies had become a franchise, an expansion franchise, and drafted Bryant Big Country Reeves. So we jokingly called my friend Big Country, much like Bryant Reeves. They looked nothing alike. The only thing they had in common is that they're both tall dudes. So we went to Clem Haskins basketball camp in the summer. You go there and stay for a week.
Okay.
And I had never slept away from home like that ever before. It was a big deal for me. And I don't know what it was, but when I got there, I didn't shit for 2 days.
Really?
I don't know why.
Was there a lot of cheese in there? Food or something?
I don't know. All I know is in the middle of the night, the second night, I got up to go take a shit. And we're in college dorms. So these are bathrooms where you walk in and there's a corridor of showers, a line of sinks, and another room that has like 2 or 3 urinals and a line of stalls. I sit down. It's like fucking 2 a.m. And I fucking lost it, man. I shit my brains out. And I wiped. And I flushed. And I went to get up. And I had to shit again. I'm like, oh my God, there's more shit. So I sat there and I shit a second time, a second chamber here. It's where I came up with these terms. Like cows have 4 stomachs, right?
The second chamber.
The second shit clogged the fucking toilet.
What?
But because there's a line of stalls and nobody else in here.
Were these like, okay, I don't want to get this. Were they big solid ones or were they like diarrhea quality?
Oh no, they were solid ones.
Okay.
But I was just using too much paper, not flushing enough. This is long before anyone taught me to poop flush, wipe flush. I learned that in about 2003. This would have been in the mid-90s. So on the second shit, I clog the toilet, I get up, I fucking penguin walk so I don't get shit on my pants or the floor. I go sit in an adjacent stall. I finish wiping, and then I go to get up to flush. I have to shit again.
Say what?
So this is the third chamber.
That's impressive. I think I've only gone 2.
And it's not a lot coming out the third time, but it's really messy. So I had to wipe so much.
Oh, the one that was like solid and then, kind of loose? And
No, it was just greasy. It's just, you can't get clean.
Oh, so one. Okay, never. Yeah, I think
You wipe and you wipe and you wipe, and you're like, God
it's
damn
not
it.
coming clean. It's like fucking tar almost.
Yeah. So you want to know what happened after that third shit?
You clog?
I kid you not. I clogged a second fucking toilet. So I went into the next stall. And then somebody came in to piss. And I was nervous. I'm like, oh God, please don't let them see that I clogged 2 toilets. I don't know why I thought they would know it was
you.
me.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they're a detective and they're going to put their hand on the seat and see that it's still fucking warm.
Still warm. You fucking flooded this toilet, didn't you?
And I'm just panicked like, oh God, I hope nobody saw me fucking go to the bathroom. The RA would have seen me in the hallway. Oh Christ. So I fucking sat down to finish wiping. My hand to Jesus. A fourth chamber of very little shit. But more shit came out. So I wiped a fourth fucking time clean. I flushed. It went down. I got the fuck out of there. And I went to bed. And I never heard about if anybody left it or not. And they were looking for people that were doing shit and committing vandalism and fucking around. They were loving the fact that they could catch people doing dirt and making them do push-ups. Thankfully, I never got caught for that golden gopher 4-chamber shit at Clem Haskins basketball camp in the 90s.
I think it's actually been quite a while since I've clogged a toilet, but when I was a teenager, there was a few times I would clog the toilet, and it was always the most inconvenient fucking time. Like, I'm at my aunt and uncle's house. We see them once a year for Christmas, and I clogged the fucking toilet. And it's not like I went to, like, upstairs where nobody really is, or in the basement, which I don't even think there's a toilet down there. I was on the main level where everybody's hanging out.
Can I just say one thing?
Yeah.
If you have a laundry sink in your basement, you have a toilet in your basement.
Like, really?
Yeah.
Well, maybe for pissing, but...
Well, these desperate times. You
Shit
never
in
know.
there.
Maybe if you have like an old toilet seat or a spare one, like I have there, and an empty 5-gallon bucket, and you got to get fucking creative because you got daughters that have both the bathrooms occupied. I'm just telling you, I've already mapped out what's going to happen if it comes to it. I will grab that toilet seat, I will put it on an empty Menards bucket, and I will fucking destroy that thing. And then I will say, you go downstairs and you see what you made Daddy do.
I made Daddy do?
Yeah, pretty much. Anyway, so clogged toilet, yeah.
So, yeah, I clogged the fucking toilet. And I'm like, okay, well, no big deal. There's, usually a plunger. I'm looking around. There's no plunger. I'm like, fuck. What am I going to do? So I waited a few minutes, and then I gave it another flush.
Yeah.
And it damn near overflowed. Uh-oh. I'm just like, no. It stopped. Like, I mean, like...
Right there on the precipice of spilling over.
Like, thank God whoever installed the toilet installed it level. Okay?
Yeah.
So, the water, it took some time. I must have been in there for another 5-10 minutes.
Did anybody come knock on the door and ask you if you're okay?
No one knocked on the door. Third time I flushed, it managed to go down. Thank fucking God. Because I didn't want to have to go find my uncle and be like, I clogged your toilet. It's just like...
That would have been better than that third flush. What a fucking gamble. You could have spilled shit-laden water all over the floor.
I could have. And
I would have been
even
more
worse.
mad. I would have been more mad about that gross shit water all over my bathroom floor and having to both mop it up and disinfect it and burn the fucking mop
Well, here's the thing,
Then
though.
having to go in there and fucking possibly don an elbow-length glove and reach in and grab a handful of fucking toilet paper out of the hole so it'll go down, or plunge that bitch.
I would go with the plunging thing. Well, and here's the thing. Like, if I flushed it, it overflowed, I'd be like, well, I used the bathroom, but, I mean, somebody clogged it before me because there's no way it could overflow with just one flush.
Yeah, nice fucking logic there.
It would have worked.
No.
I don't know.
Your uncle was a dad.
I was a
He would
teenager.
have fucking known better.
I was a teenager. That was my thought process.
As a dad, I can tell you right now, I would see through that shit
But
so
I
fast.
was
Like,
oh, God.
oh no, it shouldn't overflow from one flush unless you have too much fucking toilet paper. So get in there and you go fish, motherfucker.
Well, it can overflow from one flush. I mean, it can overflow if it's clogged, but not the first time. Because I've never clogged a toilet and have it overflow when I flush it. Usually, it's on the second flush. It might.
These things can happen.
I actually did that at my aunt and uncle, my other aunt and uncle's house, the one that's a hoarder. Mm-hmm. I did that at their house. I overflowed the toilet down in the bathroom. It was only a little bit, and I didn't say anything to anybody.
You are a son of a bitch.
And they had those carpet that goes around the base of the toilet, so
Oh, like those formed rugs that go around the toilet base?
Yeah, so you can have your feet on nice soft carpet while you're pooping or peeing.
Or you can stand in the dry drops of piss that are on the fucking floor because your grandfather won't sit down to go pee and insist that it still works the same way it did 30 fucking years ago, even though the amount of piss scent in the air when you enter the room at any given time suggests otherwise.
Yeah, I suppose.
I fucking hate those things. We've reached the point in the show when it's time to play a game.
All right.
You're going to be playing an RPS challenge.
I hate this stupid game.
You'll be going up against Graham of It Radio.
Okay.
Here's me making the thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because we may go up to 8. There's a T for Tim and a G for Graham. Earlier today, I had him text me his hands. They are on my mobile device that opens up like a clamshell. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Blumpkin and Friends proudly brings to you the Rock, Paper, Scissors Intercontinental Championship Challenge Championship of the World!
The suspense is killing me.
Shut up. The following contest is an RPS Challenge Intercontinental Championship non-title match between Graham of It Radio and the man who showed up in a Dare shirt because I bought him a Dare shirt, number 1 fan Tim.
You'd be insulted if I didn't wear it.
I might not notice, but it just wouldn't seem like you. That's like I'm in a weird time.
I didn't even
now.
realize I put the shirt on when I got up this morning. Oh. Like, I just grabbed the shirt.
Anyways, without further ado, RPS Challenge, hand number 1.
I'm going to go scissors.
You went scissors. He went scissors. No point. Hand number 2.
I'm going to go with scissors again.
You went with scissors. He went with scissors. No point. Hand number 3.
So he went scissors twice, so he's probably going to think somebody's going to go with rock, so I think I'm going to go with paper.
You went with paper.
There's no logic in that.
He went with paper.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no fucking shit. We only have 8 hands to choose from. I don't think he's awake right now. Hand number 4.
I'm going to go with paper.
You went with paper. He went with rock. That's a point for you. So this next hand could decide the whole game. Hand number 5.
I'm going to go with scissors.
You went with scissors. He went with rock. You know what that means.
Damn it.
Overtime! Well, now you're really in the shit.
Should have known he was going to go with rock again.
Sudden death elimination.
I hate it.
Here we go. Hand number 6.
Scissors. Like it.
You went with scissors. He went with scissors. Uh-oh. Haven't had one like this in a long time. I'm getting nervous.
I am too. It's like I could win, but I won't.
Hand number 7.
I'm going to switch over to paper.
You went with paper. He went with paper. Jesus fucking Christ. Will one of you just win this goddamn game? Because after this hand, I don't have an answer. Son of a bitch. This episode was just flowing like magically, and now it's just like, uh-oh. It's like a clogged toilet at your uncle's house over Christmas.
Yeah.
Hand number 8.
I'm going to go with paper again.
You fucking cunt. You went with paper. He went with paper.
What are the chances he's going to be awake?
I don't know.
That asshole matched you word for so you need to.
I just said text me 3 more hands for fuck's sakes. Well, it's never happened before, but we're going to double overtime.
Funny, I've never heard you say that before.
Because I've never had to say it before. is the point, is that we've never gotten through 8 fucking hands and not had a winner. I don't
That's
think we've
true.
ever gotten to hand number 8. We maybe have, I'll just for the sake of argument say we probably have twice. I'm just assuming.
Yeah.
But never have we gotten to fucking hand number 9.
Never, yeah. I don't think I've ever, yeah, I've never heard it.
That's goddamn ridiculous. And here's the best part about this, is Graham, it's too late, he's not answering me when he answered me pretty quick last time. Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing to me? God damn it.
So now what we have to do is you have to give me 3 hands, and then I have to read his hands he'll eventually send me, and we have to remotely do this afterwards.
Okay, yeah, we'll have to do that.
Isn't that a bitch? So I'm drawing 1, 2, 3. Hand number 9.
Rock.
You went rock. He went paper. Oh, so sorry. You
Yeah,
lose.
I've kind of figured that shit.
Double overtime. You couldn't stand the test.
But at least I got us to double overtime. Usually I'm out in the main hand, during the first 5, so.
Yeah, well, the goal is to get it done in 5, so.
Yeah,
You
that's
know.
the goal, but I can't help it. We're thinking a lot alike here, so.
Interact with the show on Twitter at Blumpkin Show. That is at Blumpkin Show. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/group/Blumpkin and friends. We are on Podbean at blumpkinshow.podbean.com. For original songs, go to soundcloud.com/BlumpkinMusic or search YouTube for Blumpkin Music. I'm the Reverend Johnny Blumpkin.
And I'm number 1 fan Tim.
Good night.